The Lions' first two picks, defensive tackle Tyleik Williams and guard Tate Ratledge, weigh a combined 626 pounds. Any questions? Right? I love that. They start off talking about the Detroit Lions and how, you look at the draft picks, what did they do? Did they get better? Did they regress? What did they address? And so that's the first statement. The Lions' first two picks, 626 pounds. Here's the quote. Keep building on the lines, which is what they do here. This was an unfiltered executive. Obviously, that person is not named. They play to their strengths, and let's call it what it is, the Philly mindset. Not a bad strategy. And then they got three players from Georgia, one from Ohio State and one from LSU. Big schools, close quote. The Lions over the past three drafts have used first-round picks for a running back, Jahmyr Gibbs, an off-ball linebacker, Jack Campbell, and a run-stuffing defensive tackle, Tyleik Williams, plus one at a premium position in cornerback, Terrion Arnold. Quote, they pretty much took a run-defending nose tackle in the first round, but they are very firm on their style of football, and it has paid off. So they get the benefit of the doubt. Another executive said that about taking Tyleik Williams. The Lions traded two 2026 third-round picks to Jacksonville to move up from 102 to number 70 for Isaac Tesla. Here's what the exec said. They are confidently aggressive. Maybe that is the coach, Dan Campbell, just saying, we are going to kick ass and take names forever. I love it. I love it. So those are three statements from executives around the NFL, all positive. What do you guys think about those statements? I'll start with you, Corey. We'll go around the room, and we'll be done here in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I just think that they respect what the Lions have done. I think just to like what we've been saying, building that culture, having that confidence, having that swagger. If you're not making moves that you believe in, then what kind of moves are you making as an executive? You're probably in the wrong position. And I think there's a mutual respect around the room, and when they get together, which is often, in these key moments that they go, these dudes have done it right, and it shows to their brand, and they're true to their brand. And I think that that's all we can ask for, is to have an identity and stick to it. Now, whether that's going to be successful on the field, that plays itself out every year. But if you look at the track record, it is positive, just like those comments were.
Yeah, very well said. Confidently aggressive. It makes perfect sense. You can't fake the excitement and the emotion that we see, when the camera goes to Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell in the draft room, and it's a no-brainer. Yep, call it in. Tyleik, that's who we want. Brad Holmes says he says he's not the best receiver in the draft. I'm not saying that, but he is my favorite. Those are players that if they, Tate Ratledge, they're going in. That's just the first few rounds. These are the players that they're coming out of it with. Obviously, they're very excited. They're confident, and I like that. You can't change it up. Every draft, the approach has been the same, even if it's been surprising in the moment how it's unfolded. But as the dust settles, these are players that, I think that Brad Holmes would draft them all of them again, just the same way he did.
I agree. I think that Brad's doing it the way that he knows how to do it, which is to build this team for the future and for now. That's a tough balancing act. Like in the beginning, you don't have a choice. All my guys are playing. But as you move, into the third and fourth and now fifth draft, I need some guys to play. I need some guys to build. I need some high-value football players, and I need some guys who can go knock it out of the park. And I think he's been doing a really good mixture at that, and he's been very aggressive at the same time to go up and get the guys that they want. There's one thing we know about Brad. If he likes a guy, if he trusts it in the film and what the scout team has brought to him and his own judgment based on what he's evaluated, he's going to go get the guy. I trust it because so far it hasn't failed. I don't care about the later round draft picks as much that, where some of them like Broderick Martin was a project, or Giovanni Manu was a project. It's so far and few between that third round picks start in the NFL, at a high level. So don't expect that out of every pick. The gems that he finds, let's focus on those, right? The Amon-Ra St. Browns that everyone discarded. Now, potentially the Ahmad Hassanin pick could end up being a draft gem, right? Just go and look. The Kirby Joseph, draft gem, right? Brian Branch falls, draft gem, right? Brad hits more often than not and has provided this team with depth and sustainability